Hey, what's up guys? Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another episode of Inside DB Rated. This is the dual commentary series where we go ahead and spectate random matches on DB's ladder and just check out what people are playing. So this is going to be a match between Farahon playing Infernoid versus Roberto Arlt on Dragon Link. The R always trips me up here. But yeah, this is the player who's grinding Dragon Link. You've probably seen this person on DB Grinder's channel. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So it looks like Dragon Link is going to be winning the RPS and opting to go first. No surprise here. So the opening is going to be Black Metal Dragon, World Legacy Guard Dragon, Quick Launch, Safer, and Chamber Dragon Maid. Quite a lot of normal summons, but this hand's good because you have two of the best extenders in the deck. So this hand's solid. And then the opening hand for Infernoid, even though it doesn't look like one, is Gamma Imperm, Triple Tactics Talent, Harpy's Feather Duster, and Dark Ruler No More. Yeah, there's a lot of Infernoids in this hand. I mean, we'll see how this pans out, I guess. Gonna normal summon Black Metal Dragon and then go into a copy of Striker. Striker Chainlink 2, Black Metal Chainlink 1, so to add Brute Sector and then add Red MD. And then going to banish the Striker Dragon for Red MD. Red MD gonna summon Safer out of hand, which is a nice play just to generate the Chaos Dragon advantage. Safer effect to send itself, that's going to add Wyver Burster. And then going to banish the Black Metal to summon out the Wyver Burster. And then going to link summon a copy of Heretic Seal. This is like becoming really, really popular. Shimping actually popularized it quite a lot in his combos back in February, but yeah, it's just a great way to play around Nibiru and stuff, ensuring that you always have a play. White Dragon, Wyver Burst to add Collapse Serpent, and then going to World Legacy Guard Dragon back the Safer, and then link that away for a copy of LP, and then World Legacy Guard Dragon is going to move the LP over, and then LP effect will activate. That's going to be impermed. Yeah, gonna want to imperm and then Gamma, of course. And then gonna quick launch as follow-up. That's going to summon out Tracer. And then going to link away for a copy of Pisty. Pisty's going to activate, and that's gonna resolve actually, so that's gonna bring Tracer back. And then going to banish the Wyver Burster for a Collapse Serpent. And then going to link summon for probably Sir Yugioh, I'd imagine. Yeah, so Yugioh effect here. So that effect is going to draw 4, but that's going to be gammaed, which is quite a lot of value. That is really, really strong. So what can we do from here from Dragon Link's POV? We could link away this into another Striker Dragon, and then we can like Boot Sector out the Tracer. I don't really know if there's a way to go Seal plus Savage with this. You can end on one or the other. I don't think you can do both, though. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a line to make both, unless if I'm missing something. We'll see how it gets played out. Alright, so we're going to see Tracer being used right away on the World Legacy Guard Dragon. So that's going to bring out a copy of Recharger from deck. And then going to Synchro... Oh, right, the Chaos Ruler. I forgot about this card. So yeah, this can dig for hand traps or extenders, which is nice. So this is going to mill 5, and these are really good hits. Oh my goodness. So Abstractor can add a card, Chaos Space can draw a card, and then this gets follow-up. These are some nice hits. These are really, really good. Alright, so thinking about what to take here, gonna add Abstractor. Yeah, I guess you can like Sector back Tracer, and then you can just summon this out of hand. Fair enough. Chaos Space, gonna put back Striker Dragon. That's gonna draw Gamma, which is dead right now. Okay, so the opponent is arguing that you can't Chaos Space back extra deck monsters because it says place on the bottom of the deck, which I mean, I get the argument, but you actually can use Chaos Space. It's a really, really strange ruling. But yeah, for some reason you can. Alright, so we're going to see Boot Sector. That's going to be bringing back the Recharger, actually. And then going to link that away for another copy of Striker. Or maybe it's the same one that was just put back. Recharger going to be added back to the hand off the Striker effect, and then that's going to be able to trigger here. Bringing back the Chamber Dragon Maid, actually. So that's going to grab its effect to search for Tidying. Maybe it was worth getting Brotar here? Not entirely sure. Trying to think of a line to end on something good from the extra deck that's dark because we are Tracer locked here. Kind of tough, though. Yeah, maybe this was the best play. Oh, you could Brotar for Levy, I guess. but there's not really a whole lot to end on. So maybe this is a more valuable interruption. I mean, it is an interruption as opposed to Levy, which is not an interruption. So it's going to set the tidying and then pass. For turn, we're going to see Cosmic Drawn. So literally just 0 engine cards. Going to Harpy's Feather Duster. And then what? Okay, it's just going to be a concession. Yeah, definitely not anything that Infernoid could do there, because literally no Infernoid cards. So Dragonlink going to take game 1. Moving to game 2, looks like Dragonlink going to be forced to start again. Not too surprising because it is Infernoid. If you guys are enjoying this video, definitely be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as subscribe if you're new here and want to see more commentary similar to this style. But the opening hand for Dragonlink is going to be Tracer, Brute Sector, Absol, Lightning Storm, Quick Launch. So kind of not the greatest hand, but it's playable. This is definitely anticipating for going second, and always sucks to draw this. But this hand's definitely fine. And then the opening hand for Infernoid is going to be Imagination, which is what you want to draw. Imperm, Ice Dragon's Prison, Void Banishment, and Ash. Kind of interesting to see this in a blind second list, especially post-slide. Well, maybe we're anticipating a grind game. So we're going to activate Quick Launch. So that's going to summon out Rocket Synchron from deck. And then going to summon Absol. And then going to Synchro for Chaos Ruler and can chain block with Absol. So that's like super nice. Chilling one Ruler, chilling to Router. So Router to add the Tracer, and then Ruler going to mill 5. Can grab Nibiru or Noctivision, depending on what is valued more highly here. Gonna take the Nocto. And then gonna normal summon Tracer, and then a link away for a copy of Romulus. Romulus is going to search for a copy of Ravine. That's pretty interesting. Chaos Ruler going to bring itself back. That's going to banish Gamma and the Tracer. And then Chaos Space is going to put back the Gamma to draw. Draws Nibiru anyway. Okay, so it was definitely fine to take the Nocto there. That hand is looking even better now. Going to link those away for a copy of Seal. Going to activate Boot Sector next to summon out Tracer. And then Tracer to pop the Boot Sector. That's going to summon out Recharger. And then going to go LP, and then go into Striker. I wonder when this Nocto is going to be summoned here, or if it's just going to be pitched for Ravine maybe. LP going to be Ashed. And then Striker effect on the LP, that's going to bring back Recharger, and then Recharger effect, that's going to summon back the Rocket Synchron. Oh, okay, there we go. Then that's going to turn to Pisty. Pisty effects can be used. That's going to bring back the Banished Tracer. And then going to summon Nocto. There it is. Okay, we're just going to skip all this. All right, so we're gonna see a link summon of Quad Boral Dragon. That was a lot. I've clearly not watched this replay yet. I was just like reading. I was like, what is going on in chat here? All right, so Quad Boral gonna be summoned by Tracer and Nocto, I think it was, and then Quad Boral effect pitching the Lightning Storm to pop itself, and then gonna bring back Tracer and the Recharger. Then gonna Synchro for Savage, and then that's gonna be impermed, or it's not gonna be impermed. I guess you could just use it on your own turn. Doesn't really make that much of a difference, but yeah, gonna set the Tiding and then pass. That I think was drawn off the Nocto. I think I missed that. But Void Feast is gonna be the top deck. So going to Imperm on Savage. Savage gonna negate, and then gonna activate Void Imagination. This does send for cost, so it is kind of weird because it doesn't interact well with either Seal or Tidying. But like, you don't want to let this resolve, but I mean, it's going to resolve for sure. Imagination gonna send itself a cost, and then that's going to summon out Tierra, and then mill 20,000 Infernoids. And by 20,000 I mean 6, so it's gonna be Anunku, Deviati, and then Atanda, Harmonic, Pachulia, Saitsamus, so pretty decent. Tierra effect, going to be using both its effects, so it's gonna send 3 and then mill 3. These are not banished, they're just sent. So it looks like we're going to Seal, Saryuja, and Red Dragon Abyss. Interesting to see that. And the Titanic Cloud, Entis, and Entis. Okay, so there's Automatica cards in here too. And then going to mill 3. Oh, that's a broken mill. Brotar is insane. Wow, that's crazy. Entis. So Chainlink 1, target Tierra. Chainlink 2, target Seal. Chainlink 3, Seal. That's going to bounce Tierra. And then Seal effect is going to summon the Chamber. You have to pop your own Tierra because then you're level locked. Although I'm pretty sure you can honestly just make Gravity Controller with the Tierra, no? Because that would be pretty good. Then you could like actually Entis pop something on your opponent's board. Like popping the back row could be relevant. But Chamber going to be summoned off the Seal. And then... Okay, so no effect. So only one tiding, I guess. Gonna banish 3 to summon out Anunku. And then Anunku effect, that's gonna wipe the board. And then Brotar effect's gonna trigger here. And then Brotar gonna pitch the Ravine to search Levy. Battle phase, Anunku attack the Brotar. Yeah, I guess this would just get negated by Anunku. Plus it would get banished too, so it wouldn't even get its graveyard effect on a later turn. So yeah, just gonna probably set 2 and activate Banishment and pass. Or maybe just keep this in hand. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the end phase. That's gonna grab Ecclesia. And then Ecclesia to search a copy of Fortaleza. And then going to draw a copy of Ghost Bell for turn. So let's see what the follow-up is here. There's potential Striker Recharger plays. There's safer to add back a Levy if needed. There's actually not that much follow-up here. Not as much as I would expect. Standby phase is going to activate Void Feast. That's going to summon out double Decatron and the Sajet. And then both Decatrons trigger. Wait, what just happened there? Yeah, I was gonna say you can't bell these because they send from deck to graveyard. Okay, so gonna send Harmonic and Petrulia. This is like a really weird game right now. So we're gonna try and banish, it looks like. So banish maybe safer. Harmonic effect targeting Rocket Recharger. That works too. That's actually fine. Right, so gonna banish 3 lights actually for Levy. And then Levy effect. So there's no negate right now. This does not target, I don't think, either. Yeah, so it's not like you can Ice Dragon's Prison the target off of this. So Reborn effect. So that's gonna bring back LP. And then normal summon Ghost Spell. Oh, guess there's just no target here. Oh, so I guess there's no Protector Whelp in the extra deck. Yeah, because you can't go Fiber, obviously, because you're Dragon Locked. And there's nothing else I can think of that you can make with just, like, 2 random monsters that's a dragon, besides Protector Whelp. So if that's on the extra deck, then there's nothing you can make. Going to Tiding, and then going to Chain Anunku to negate and banish. And that's just going to be the end of game number 2. Pretty interesting. Yeah, that was a pretty fascinating. I think that was just a mess up there, bringing back the LP off of the Levy. Probably expecting to be able to go into a Link 2 to enable LP, but there's also Ice Dragon's Prison, so I don't think it would have mattered. But that was a very weird game too. Moving to game 3 though, we're going to be seeing Infernoid go first. I wonder if there's a side plan specifically for going first in this deck. Opening hand for Infernoid is going to be 1-for-1, Vanishment, Void Feast, Gamma, Imperm. So it might be worth holding the 1-for-1 and then just holding Gamma for like a potential Ash on Feast. That might be a play. But yeah, this hand's pretty good for going first. And then the Dragon Link hand is going to be Ravine, Quick Launch, Collapse Serpent, Tiding, and Driver. A Psychic Soldier that rides into battle against the security forces on Currents of Lightning using an autonomic amplifier called Cyframe. Ooh, this hand is kind of wonky. Not really anything tailor-made for Infernoid. Activate Banishment. That's going to pitch 1 for 1. Okay, so going for double Feast instead. That's fair. Going to grab Feast. And then going to set 3 and pass. For turn, we're going to see top deck Absa Router. Alright, so letting this go. I kind of like this because shotgunning Void Feasts and something out Decatrons leaves you really susceptible to like the battle phase. So definitely want to just hold these if possible. Going to go for a quick launch. That's going to summon out Rocket Synchron. And then going to summon out Absa Router Dragon because of the Synchron on board. And then going to go for Chaos Ruler. Chainlink 1 Ruler, Chainlink 2 Router. Letting a lot of this go. So going to add Tracer off of the Router. And then going to mill 5. Oh, there's a red reboot. These are not amazing hits. These are fine, though. Maybe you just add Safer here. Yeah, add Safer here. And normal summon Safer. And then going to link away for Striker Dragon because Collapse has been already in hand. And Striker Dragon effect to add a copy of Boot Sector. And then going to activate Ravine Pitch Driver. It's going to send a Levy. Waiting quite a while. Maybe the intention is to Gamma first. And then use Void Feast. I just thought about that. Which is fair. Or just kidding. Alright, on resolution, going to go for a Void Feast. And then chain the other Void Feast. So that's going to summon out a lot of monsters. So double Decatron Sajet, and then probably Decatron and what's Sisymus? Yeah. So 3 Decatrons here. See, it's kind of weird because I was saying, you know, this leaves you susceptible to the battle phase and stuff. But now, I mean, now like it's really susceptible to the battle phase. So you have to start like banishing your opponent's cards. So the sends are Atondal, Anunku, Deviati. So 1 is going to be Atondal, 2 is going to be Anunku, and then this one's Deviati. Okay. So this one's the monster negate, this one's the spell or trap negate, this one's the banish. You could definitely just go straight into the battle phase and like start forcing cards. We already normal summon, or we can like summon Collapse Haven and get another body, like Banish Driver. That's like really good. Yeah, this is like definitely good for Dragon Link. I think Infernoid might have waited a bit too long to use the Void Feast, especially if we weren't planning on using Gamma first. Yeah, Banish Driver to summon out Collapse Serpent, that makes a lot of sense. And then go to Battle Phase. Yeah, so this is definitely going to force something. You definitely attack over the Sisymus one. Or not Sisymus, sorry, the Atondal one. Just to see what gets banished. Because if Levy gets targeted, you can like Chaos Space it back too. If Safer gets targeted, then that's like unfortunate, but... Yeah, Collapse Serpent attack the Atondal, and then use the Atondal. It's gonna banish... Oh, banishing space. But Safer can just add back a Levy. That is kind of crazy. I mean, I guess there's Imperm for it, but then like how you stopping Guard Dragon plays, that is really risky to me. So Redeclare gonna be on the Anunku, and then this one's gonna attack the Deviati. And then Chaos Ruler gonna attack the Sajet. So it's like if you chain this and hit more cards, then like you just get free damage in. But maybe it's worth it. Maybe yeah, you just use it to hit the Safer now. I think you kind of have to. Maybe like hit Safer and Recharger. That could be decent. Sajet effect. I'm gonna hit the Levy instead. And then Redeclare. And activate Sisymus. Banish Recharger. So can Noid win through or with just Imperm Gamma left? I mean, the graveyard is very loaded, but Dragon Link has a lot of plays left in main phase 2. This is gonna be a good game. Redeclare for 3k. Main phase 2. So we can like, link these away, and then this grabs Wyver Burster, and then or like we can link these away too, because like this can come back because there's a Light Engrave still. There's a lot of plays. Yeah, link those away for Seal. And then link away for LP, and then Collapse Serpent to add Wyver Burster to hand. And then... Okay. Going to banish Wyverburster to summon, or sorry, banish Collapse Apron to summon out Wyverburster. And then gonna summon out Pisty. LP effect, that's gonna be Gamma, yeah. Definitely fine. Alright, so what's the follow-up gonna be? We have normal summoned, I do believe. Yeah, we normaled the Seyfried, I think. But we still have Boot Sector. And we have Chaos Ruler. Activate Boot Sector launch. That's going to summon out Tracer out of hand. Tracer effect to pop the Boot Sector. That's going to summon out Synchron. Oh, wait. There is 2 Synchron in this deck. I just noticed. Interesting. I mean, I wonder if that means that there's going to be multiple Absoluters to make a Chaos Ruler. Summoning out Chaos Ruler by banishing 2. And then going to Synchro. There's the Archfiend Abyss. Okay, I was wondering how this is going to be made, but I guess this plays around the last card, and then this can go into Striker Dragon over here in the middle, and then Pisty can activate. Wowee, this is crazy. Yeah, Striker, and then Pisty effect. That's going to bring back the Recharger. Very good. So, I wonder what other plays can be made here. Striker Dragon on itself, and then Rocket Synchron added back. Gonna link for Quad Boral, and Quad Boral effect, that's gonna pitch the Synchron, summoning back the Recharger and the Tracer. And then going to end on Savage as well. So this is 4 interruptions. That is kind of insane. Alright, how is Enoid gonna come back from this one? Draws a copy of Punishment. That's not the ideal one. I wonder if you try and just like Anunku the board a bunch of times, but it's definitely going to just be negated. Alright. Okay, and that's gonna be a scoop. Alright, I was actually wondering what was gonna happen there, because I legitimately don't remember how this game went. So yeah, that's gonna be 2-1 to Dragon Link. Really fascinating games 2 and 3. Game 2 is just really weird, but game 3 was a nice amount of back and forth. Like the Infernoid player opened really well, but I think the feast timings were a little bit odd because a lot of plays were resolved before these feasts were activated, and then by the time the Decatrons hit the board, Dragon Link was just able to put up 3 bodies, and that just cleared all the Decatrons straight up. Yeah, that is a pretty interesting one. Yeah, Dragon Link is pretty cool. I actually do like the fact that this deck doesn't Buster Lock anymore, and now it's just kind of like a recursive sort of combo deck too, because it has a decent amount of grind potential. I like this card too. Quad Boral is cool. I wonder if they're playing Delindrous as well. Chaos Ruler is also like one of my favorite cards. It's not played that much, but this card's really nice. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive video content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me via Patreon or TCG Player. All the links in the description as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.